Now let's review completing the square. But first, let's focus on what it means to square a binomial. So if we had x plus 3 quantity squared, and we were to expand it, x plus 3 times x plus 3, and then distribute, we would get x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9. Notice how these two show up identical. The outside and the inside will give you the exact same binomial. We could write that as 2 times a 3x plus 9. So that guy in the middle gets doubled. So we get x squared plus 6x plus 9. The relationship here is this last number happens to be the 3 squared, and this middle number happens to be the 3 times 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the original trinomial, and we're going to work it backwards in order to factor it into a binomial squared. So here's an example of completing a square. The first thing we want to do is divide everybody by the coefficient. So everybody's going to get divided by 2 because you want your leading coefficient to be 1 no matter what. Even if it gives you fractions, even if it doesn't go in evenly with everybody, you want to divide everybody to get a leading coefficient of 1. So step 1, divide by the leading coefficient. Then we're going to keep all the terms that have variables on one side. I want you to put plus blank here. And we're going to move that constant of -3 and make it a +3 to the other side and put a plus equals there. So step 2, move variable terms to one side and constant to the other. Now this next step is kind of the important piece. So we got to remember that the middle number is doubled the number we're looking for. So if our middle number here is 6, we're going to take half of that coefficient of that x. So a half times 6 gives us 3. And then we're going to square that number and add it to both sides. So we're going to add a 9 here, but to keep it equal, we're going to add a 9 to the other side. If we have completed the square correctly, that trinomial will automatically factor into x plus 3 squared, either half the 6 or the square root of the 9. That's where we get that 3. And we can solve the right-hand side. That gives us a 12. And now we can use the square root property to finish solving. Square root of the left plus or minus the square root of the right. This leaves us with an x plus 3 equals plus or minus. Again, if we looked at that 12, we'll do it here on the left. 12 breaks down into 2 times 6. 6 is 2 times 3. I have a pair of 2s, so that means a 2 can come out. This 3 is not part of a pair, so he has to stay in. So we get 2 square root of 3. And then we subtract 3 from both sides, and we get x equals a -3 plus or minus 2 square root of 3.